now that as human beings busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water.
Hello and welcome to the MayDay LoveStream right here at the Hallowed Halls, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Special shout out to Akriza for that welcome music you had right there. Last night was such a blast. We had Karen Ann and we had Liam St. John come in and serenade our ears and our hearts with their music. And tonight is going to be just as fantastic. But before we get to the musicians, we got a couple sponsors to shout out. Jenny?
Yeah. You know how we do it out here with the sponsors. As usual, we got Air Hush, keeping the air hushed. We are here in the beautiful and delightful and very romantic this evening, as I'm just so excited for these gentlemen to help me feel my feelings in the Hallowed Halls.
What if I don't want to feel my feelings?
Here in the City of Roses in Portland, Oregon. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing the roses popping off, doing their sweet, sweet thing. What a blessing that has been. We got Divine Lotus Masks hooking us up with masks for the artists. TrailBrewPDX.com keeping us up with the beverages to keep our mind, body, and spirits right. And Lime Live for getting us launched off on the right foot in all the ways. And so it's a family affair in here. And tonight is maybe one of my most favorite nights. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
I said it.
Is it okay for every night to be our favorite?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, but tonight is especially our favorite right now. Tonight we've got two fantastic artists coming in at you. We got Jeffrey Martin and Taylor Kingman. And that guitar styling you're hearing right now is from that fantabulous songwriter right there. I was listening to a lot of his music this week, and especially on the way over here. And I'm just very floored by his honesty and authenticity in his songwriting. And yeah, you might cry. So let's get to it. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen of the MayDay Love Stream, Taylor Kingman.
She expects me to remember the little moments that she treasures that were made in the center of some tear she helped pay for. I came home angry, ate some food from the pantry that my mother had just gave me, 'cause I'm her little baby. She said she's lonely, and it's been hard for her to get up in the morning. And my brother's found a lady, and that makes her so happy. But it's hard in the morning, so hard in the morning. It's been hard in the morning. She's been drinking every night. flapping in the breeze. I'm an old oak tree brought to my knees. I'm a table toppled on the lawn. I'm a bloody tale some dog run off. It's kinda funny, it's kinda pretty, it's kinda ugly, it's kinda fitting. It didn't seem to matter, just a quiet nod in the tavern, where a little goes a long way and a lot leaves you wanting. And the words escape me, but I remember when the poetry would chase me, and it'd run and overtake me and beat me till I was holy. And my hands are aching, and it's been hard for me to look at myself naked. Maybe I hit my limit, then the nighttime gets me thinking. But it's hard in the morning, so hard in the morning. It's been hard in the morning. I've been drinking every night.
I didn't know you had 18 fingers on each hand, man. That's pretty wild.
Taylor, that line, the poetry would chase me and beat me till I'm holy. And we have begun. Yeah. Yes.
What I really like about this is that, like, this is a place where I get to see my friends play, but I also get to see new artists and get to fall in love with new music. So this is very cool.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm happy to be here. I've been doing these streams with my phone. It's been quite exposing when everyone's having to do it this way, and I suck at it, so...
Yeah, I watched Lady Gaga do a live stream, and her mic was pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
So, it's a pretty wild world out there. Everyone's human.
All right, should I do another?
Hell yeah.
Yes, please.
Another one? Oh, I'm seeing stars. I must have fallen hard that night. Now I feel like I'm walking on water, just making it through the day. Oh, my stars, I'm ready to pray. Why do angels fly so high above our clouded sight? Why do I lie awake every night, waiting for one to stop by? Long I've dreamed of golden things and everlasting light. long I've sang to the moon and the stars as a bird on broken wings. What could wait beyond those gates so tall and pearly white? What could I say to help me inside? You know my name. Will there be an end to this? Will I always struggle? Lord, come and take me or leave me alone to bathe in troubled waters. Why do angels fly so high above our clouded sight? Why do I lie awake every night, waiting for one to stop by?
Asking the important questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's so nice to have you up in here. I've seen you play a lot at the Laurel Thirst and the Landmark, which are the two places that you've chosen to support this evening. And this is such a sweet treat to have you in this raw, more intimate way where there's not a bunch of beer clinking and hootenanny happening in the background. It's a potent Taylor.
Yeah, you're not selling
really
beer
like it.
tonight, are you?
I'm not.
No.
Brought my own.
I mean,
yeah, I love those two bars so much. They're very special to me, and yeah, so much about all this stuff is scary. But yeah, I'm very scared of what we'll lose when we come back to the normalcy.
well,
Yeah.
I was reading a little bit about you. This is kind of one thing I like to do. In 2015, I was reading that you actually damaged your vocal cords singing with an old band. And I think we're all in like this state of healing. You went through a state of healing. How did that affect your writing and your performances? Like, how did it change the way you wrote songs? Because you're obviously an amazing songwriter, and like these changes can really affect them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the reason that I put out my solo record, Wannabe. Is because I was playing with the Hill Dogs, which was my band right out of high school.
It's a great name.
Thank you. And yeah, like that was, I mean, I was younger. I think that's a big part of it too. Maybe, naturally wanting to be heard more or something. But I did a lot of screaming in that band. And I just didn't know how to sing properly. So I was just like singing really hard and all out of my throat and just wearing it out. And eventually I got the calluses on the vocal cords, the vocal nodules.
Dang.
And I still wasn't taking care of it. And I happened to also be like a really heavy smoker.
That really helps.
That's not like why I got them, but that wasn't helping. So I got to the point where I couldn't sing in that band anymore unless I did heal, because I just like tons of songs I didn't have the notes anymore. So that put that band on hold. and it still is really hard for me to quit smoking. But some friends, like in terms of just like taking care of myself, like I don't think I had the motivation. But some friends put together a benefit where all these folks like learned my songs, and it was a big show of all my music, and it was all raising money for like my vocal health. So, and it was super really surreal good. And super beautiful, and that's what I felt like I needed, was like once I had that guilt where I was like there's no way I can buy a pack of smokes now if people are like actually giving me money.
And then he started drooling, right?
No, actually, like that just made it a lot easier. I quit for 2 years.
Nice.
My voice was able to heal. I smoke now and then.
He's a social smoker.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like I killed that main chain smoking addiction I had.
Yeah.
I still enjoy smoking, but it's not a thing that that I feel too burdened by.
You released your solo record, and like your voice, there's a harshness to the timbre of it, but there's also a tenderness to it, which balances that out. And in your songs, it's like some of the metaphors you use are super harsh, but then the tenderness around those metaphors like really brings everything together. It's cool how your voice and your songs blend together in that way. So I think you found a really cool balance with it. So do you have another song?
Sean on the Facebook thread says, always calms me down when I hear his voice. He has that special something that lets you know you're home. That's nice.
Right.
I actually live here.
Yeah.
The Hallowed Halls.
We live here in Taylor's mouth. Where he casually smokes sometimes.
It's great in here, guys.
Yeah.
Well, if any of you guys at home are enjoying being in Taylor's mouth for the next 40 minutes, don't forget we are a donation-based program. We are here to serve the artists and help the artists serve their community again. So please donate what you can. Share this with as many people need. Maybe people don't know about Taylor's Mouth and they would like to participate in this as well. So consensual, sterilized mouth sharing. We are promoting this. And if you want to share your mouth with us, feel free to call us on the hotline.
Call at 833 call MayDay.
And now back to Taylor's Mouth.
All right. About a year ago this winter, when I hadn't had my dinner, and I was feeling low, just as low as I could figure, and as much as I could muster was a packet of Heinz mustard, and I wished I had some ketchup, but it wasn't in the budget. I saw it ad in the paper, offering up awful high prices for people who hunt people that you find in high places. So I called up that number, that backwards revelator, and he showed me the way to that holy elevator. I've been killing angels, I've been killing time. Got a pocket full of halos, I got a pint of holy light. I'm gonna feather up my pillow and see if anyone bites. Yeah, I've been killing angels, having a hell of a time. Well, I've worked behind the counter, and I've worked inside the stable, and I've pulled my weight across this long white table. And now I am haunted by some boosted Panasonic with exotic electronics that I can talk to God with. And he says he's made mistakes, and and not every bird deserves its wings. And sometimes he needs help, and he likes the way I think. So I just sit and listen to my color television, and as long as I am patient, it tells me who to visit. I've been killing angels, I've been killing time. I got a pocket full of halos, I got a pint of holy light. I'm gonna feather up my pillow and see if anyone bites. Yeah, I've been killing angels, having a hell of a time. Yeah, I've been killing angels, having a hell of a time.
You and your writing, my friend. I'm secretly back here, like taking one-liners down that are like getting me in the gut. And don't quote me on this, but I'm doing this on live internet. By the end of your set, I might have a poem of your words rearranged.
Right. That'll be cool.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit of collab life. All right.
We have a little host chat, and it's just like all caps of lines that pop out, just all caps.
There was another artist that played a few weeks ago, Jackie Henry. Her husband was on the Facebook thread, and he was just doing everything in all caps, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. He's just so stoked. And then someone else was like, you need someone that's all caps in your life. It's like, yeah. So you got us all capsing, no pressure.
All right.
We like your feelings.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Let's switch the capo zone.
What's your favorite capo zone?
I like 2 and 4 and 5.
It's a broad range. I asked you for the capo zone. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Means
currently my favorite capo zone is 4. I feel like for a while it was between 5 and 2.
Is that B if you're playing in G?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that old Washburn got a story?
Yeah. Well, I used to, right out of high school, I got a job teaching guitar at Newburgh Music Center.
He's rich, actually.
No, I got all the guitar deals I got while I was working there.
Nice.
So I got this for a pretty screaming deal. Because the guitars would come through there and I could get first dibs and stuff. But yeah, it's an old like 1910-ish era Washburn.
It's older than my grandpa.
Yeah. Wow. And I smashed it and had to be put back together.
I mean, most things about 100 years old have got some bumps and bruises.
Yeah, this was very unnecessarily smashed, but I have no memory of it, but I think I pieced it together. I think I fell on it.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I should explain it. But no, I think this is what happened. But I seriously have no memory of it. I was getting a little too comfortable taking it out, and I was going to campfire pics and stuff. And I came home. Not really any memory of coming home. Very irresponsible. But I remember where I used to hang this guitar was I'd have my bed up against the wall in the corner, and then there'd be a little space here, and I had a bunch of guitar cases there. And then I had on that wall a wall hanger, and I would keep this here or there. And so I'm guessing what happened is I came home from that campfire thing, and took this out of the case and tried to hang it up, but tripped and pressed it into the wall. Oh. Pretty stupid.
Pushed it into the wall.
It's very fragile, yeah. And then I think I was ashamed, and I put it back in the case because that's where I found it. Oh. But yeah, at first I was like, who did this?
You jump out of your room.
Couldn't have been me.
And then I was like, wait a second. Yeah, so, and I also like, yeah, it took me a while to get it fixed, but I'm so glad that I was able to get fixed. 12th fret did it.
That's a good spot.
Yeah.
Well, they say I have a drinking problem. I drink, I fall down. What's the problem? So.
Yeah, right after I've lost everyone's respect. Here's a song.
No, we're on the same team. We're on the same team. We just don't tell everyone our stories. Because we're here to support you in your vulnerability.
I'm a confessor.
Jacob's a preacher, so it's great.
That's right. So it's our job is just like get all the dirty
Perfect.
stuff. Yeah.
And then spray you with hand sanitizer.
It smells
Excellent.
good.
River, run me out of town. I've got friends that can't be found. I've been growing quiet now. River, run me out of town. I see it when mother got a job at my school, and I wouldn't leave home without pulling a tooth out, and she'd draw me maps from each one of my classrooms just so I'd know where to find her if I had to. And now that I know where she is, I don't visit. I see it when mother falls down on her knees and prays to a God that she does not believe in, 'cause death don't come easy when you love your children so wild and reckless and gone without warning. When she falls to her knees just to make sure they're working. Well, I know her heart will just beat till it's burning. She gave up her freedom just to see me not hurting. And I should have answered when she called me this morning, just to tell me she loved me and that I'm important. Oh, heaven ain't hiding moments of triumph. It's alive on the wings of a bird slowly dying. Thank you.
Every song you've played has just been so authentic. How often do you get comparisons to Taylor Swift? That was a dumb question. That was a really dumb question.
Yeah. It does come up a lot just because of the name.
Yeah. I'm dating a Taylor.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wrote a song called Hey Taylor. So it's not about you though.
It could be.
It could be. It could be.
All you have to do is sing it to him, and then all of a sudden.
Hey Taylor,
Ooh, that's great.
do you like the way I sing?
Oh, well,
That's
the
how it
plot
starts.
thickens. Jacob likes to really just love everybody that comes on the stage.
What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that.
Hey Taylor,
What?
this is a question that I wanted to ask a few people, but I'm confident that you'll actually give me an answer, so I'm going to ask it. What is your, how can I phrase this? What is the song you wish you had never written?
Ooh.
You could think about it and come back.
That's a big question, yeah.
So-
I'd like to think I'm proud of all of them, just in the sense of like they needed, my goal is to have, to accurately reflect my experience and what's around me. So it might be like a song that, like if it's I feel like more, because songs are tied to my experiences, there might be times in my life that I don't like thinking about anymore. So those songs might be hard to listen to. But for the most part, I think, good or bad, I'm trying to express how I was. Yeah, there might be songs I'm like, oh, I was kind of an asshole back then, and I can hear it in the songs, but I was writing as an asshole back then. I don't know,
Is there, it actually, she does kind of bring up a cool point of like, if you lost the experience, a really tough experience that led into a great song, would you trade that off? Like, would you have never had that song if you didn't have to go through that suffering?
Yeah. I feel like, every time it's happening, I'm always choosing, or not regretting having that experience if I can get the song. But if I were to if someone were to just come up to me and be like, all right, you're gonna get this song, but you got to go through this. It's like if it was made that plain,
Yeah.
It might be a little different story.
Yeah.
But it's a #1 hit song, gets you 20 mil, and go touring across the
Some
world.
dark stuff.
It's the dream, man.
I feel like I would be more open to hurting myself for a good song. It's, it sucks when you end up hurting other people. I wouldn't choose to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. You can play a few more
Taylor
songs then, I
Kingman,
guess.
a nice guy. He is a nice
Taylor's
guy.
trying to be a nice guy.
That's all
I'm
we all
sold.
are doing.
I'm sold. Hopefully, all these. Taylor, we have a lot of people tuning in. This is probably one of our most popular evenings, my friend.
Oh, very cool.
They love you, darling. They love you.
Well, I'm going to try this brand new song. Not really sure if it's done, but I feel like shedding it out. Yeah. All right. I've become the devil. From now on, I play heavy metal alone. I can't stand to hear you from above, sounding so sweetly, singing about the harm I've done. You've become the ripple. From now on, you'll drift from me in circles above. And I can't stand to watch it from below. I could have sworn you were flying, running from this sinking stone. These lines carry weight and hang like iron bars. A moment in a cage from a night among the stars. It's the breaking of the day, and Lord, I've gone too far. But it's hard to hit the brakes from the hood of your car. I dimed my amplifier, grabbed my guitar, and threw it in the fire and sat, listening to the flames feeding back. I heard a choir of angels, they were calling me back. Our lives carry weight and burn like old guitars. A flicker of a flame, slowly torn apart. It's a bucket full of rain, and Lord, it's getting dark. When just another day ain't worth a beating heart.
Oh! That's kind of poignant.
What a line to end on, too. Just another day and worth a beating heart. Hey, we got some donations!
Oh, where's my thing? Oh. I don't know if that's how you get more money. I'm just going to be honest. Who we got?
We got some donations right here. We got Kip Silverman, Joshua Lawrence, Morgan Hayes, Sam Greenspan, and Becky, I hope I'm saying this right, Tierce. They have all chipped in, tuned in, and you guys, every single day, our goal is to raise $1,000 to keep this podcast, to keep this stream afloat.
A nice video podcast.
A nice video podcast afloat.
I like that. Keep the stream afloat.
Keep the stream afloat.
Usually you want to be afloat upon the stream.
That's right.
But you don't want to be a pond on the stream.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we're in a pond. I don't know. Anyways, our goal is to hit $1,000 every single night. And our goal is to raise that money for the Hallowed Halls, this amazing venue that we're in, make sure that the whole staff is taken care of, and also make sure that the two artists and their charities are also taken care of, because these artists don't have gigs anymore, and most of them that come and play are all full-time musicians. So their only source of income is live streaming and are these shows. Taylor actually has a really cool spot that he's repping tonight. He's repping the Laurel Thirst, and he is repping the Landmark, two amazing Portland locations. And yeah, it's just really rad that we got him in the studio today.
Yeah, and at first I didn't know if I could pick. I think they asked me at the end to narrow it down to one. I'm actually, the next stream I'm gonna do on my own, I'm gonna do for the Thirst, but I'm gonna focus this one on the Landmark.
The Landmark.
Just because they haven't had many folks doing, like, I haven't seen anyone do any streams for them, so I want to do this one for them.
Hell yeah.
And,
They're so good.
yeah.
How long has the Landmark been around?
I'm not sure. It's been here as long as I've been here.
How long you been here?
I mean, I'm from St. Paul, Oregon, so I've always come up to Portland, but I've lived here about 7 or 8 years, I think. I'm really bad at time.
Do you like Marion County?
I do.
Nice. Salem's a really rad place. I've gotten kicked out of a couple bars there.
Yeah, I had some court dates there.
A couple speeding tickets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of speeding tickets.
No, me too. We probably sat next to each other at one point in time. It's the I-5 corridor at 55 miles an hour. Not fun.
All right.
Give it to
Just
us.
to check in, how many songs do I have left?
57.
57 songs. All right.
Five to seven.
5 more
Between
songs?
5 and 57.
Probably about 5.
Jacob says, sounded great, skinny fat.
All right. Yeah.
Skinny fat?
That's one of my nicknames, yeah.
What
That-
are your other nicknames?
What's
What's your favorite one?
favorite one? I don't know. King Stupid's feeling pretty good these days. Trainwreck, Reno,
Oh, yeah.
Trailer,
Dang,
Trailer
kid.
Pigpen.
Jeez.
I have a bunch of names for the different
Your
aspects.
friends
of
are
myself.
mean. Jesus.
I mean, no. I mean, actually, probably like I've named myself more than they have.
Oh,
I like
okay.
nicknames.
You ever shook someone's hand and be like, sup, I'm Reno? Like, I don't know. I meet a guy named Taylor. I'm like, oh, this is a nice guy. I meet Reno. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to have a fun night.
Oh, I love Reno. Yeah, Reno's a good time. People call me Reno just because I had a shirt that I still wear that says Reno on it. At the time, I'd never been to Reno, but everyone started calling me that.
Sweet. Yeah, Reno's a
But
interesting
skinny fat's because I've managed to be skinny and fat at the same time.
I like skinny fat.
Hashtag life goals.
No mustache nicknames yet?
Not yet, but let me
All
know.
right, I'll work on that.
Tickler.
I'm constantly surrounded by people with superior mustaches, so I'm never in the light on that one.
This is the place. Portland.
Well, I've been having a rough go about it. Well, Lord, I've been having a rough go, it's true. Though as far as rough goes, I know I should be smooth sailing. But sailing's for sailors, and the sea makes me sick. And I've been thinking about throwing the towel in and drowning myself in my sweet baby's arms. And I'll wake in the morning pretending I'm sleeping and peek at her naked, a towel at her feet. pound out the rhythm of an old hallelujah. And I keep it up till my skin starts to split. With a heart full of hymns and a head full of violence, well, I'll pick up that hammer and I'll work off my sins. And I've been thinking about throwing the towel in and drowning myself in my sweet baby's arms. And I'll smoke cigarettes and drink beer in the morning, and never will I ever be lonesome again. And never will I ever be lonesome again.
Yes. That line, never ever will I be lonesome again. I think, like, oof, in these times now where I think people are reimagining, figuring out what it really feels like to be lonely or alone, and the many different ways that can manifest in a moment or in a psyche. How have you been doing?
I've been okay. I think I'm pretty grateful for my situation. I live with my partner and bandmates, and
So good.
yeah.
That's got to be a great feeling to be able to be surrounded by the ones you love while you're in this situation.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a great back porch, and so, like, I mean, the rainy days are definitely hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the rainy, dark days, but the days where it's sunny, you can sit on the porch and still kind of get some. Like, the hardest part for me, I think, is actually just not being able to go anywhere whenever I want. Like, that's a big part of, like, my anxiety. I mean, I know, like, within reason, but, like, just being able to move a lot,
Yeah.
like, is helpful for me.
Yeah.
That, like, emotional ADHD, just
Yeah.
like I want to go to Salem today.
Totally,
You know,
yeah.
let's go to Marion County Jail. See what's going down there. We've actually come up with a few nicknames for you in the comments.
Nice.
We're really trying to either name your stash or name you. We've got Moneymaker for the stash, maybe
All
Sugar
right.
Stash, Tater Tot Mustard Packet.
That was mine.
Very
it's
nice.
Jenny's. I vibed off of Jenny's, went with Taylor Tot. I like that. That could be, when you have a child, it could be a Taylor Tot.
Oh.
That's a classic Taylor nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had that one.
I think he needs a more unique one. He's
All
right.
right. Well, I got this one. Elliot Long says there's a brief period where Taylor and I tried to make the nickname Belly Fat Bong Water, but it never quite stuck. So, I mean, I think we're onto something, but we'll see. We'll see from there.
BFBW. Hey. Also, Taylor, we got some more donations for you, brother.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
David Pollock, Sean Serene. Thank you. Sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Jeremy Sievert, Jules Abbott, Fiona Bailey, Brad Brando, Jasmine Ramig, Raina. This is my excitement. Thank you guys for donating and sharing and supporting Taylor and supporting, the Dirt Stash Gringo.
I like that a lot. That's good.
Blaine Heinen coming in hot with that heat.
Not just the Dirt Stash Gringo, it's Reno, the Dirt Stash Gringo.
That's good. It's got a good rhythm.
Please keep serenading us before we have to go. I don't want you to go.
All right.
Can we keep you?
I got nowhere to go.
All right.
Stay here forever.
Any new tracks that are coming up off this new record I heard something about?
I mean, I've been playing mainly all
Yeah.
songs off of my upcoming solo record and the upcoming TK and the Holy Know Nothings record.
Are they coming out together?
Right now it's looking like the Know Nothing one will come out first next year, and then after that, the solo one.
I like the way you say TK and the Holy Know Nothings. It's got a flow to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's cool. How'd you come up with that name?
I think the Holy Know Nothing thing, I think, was when I was reading Dharma Bums, the Kerouac book.
Yep.
And
I wish I knew which one that was.
It's really good.
Okay.
I thought that I got that, the Holy Know Nothing from that. I still think I did. When I've looked in the book and tried to find it, and I can't find it anymore. But for a while, I just used that backing band name for any time I would do random groupings of people. I would call it that. And then when I put together this project, because Landmark is a big reason TK and the Holy Know Nothings exists too. They gave me like a monthly, and at that point I lived with Jay and Sid, and Tyler lived like 2 blocks away with a studio in his basement, and Louie just lived up in Northeast, easy enough for us all to meet. And for a while it was we were kind of just recording a bunch, and like it was so easy to like be at the bar all night, and like Tyler's roommate situation was that we could just come at any hour and record and play. So we were doing that, and then I got offered this monthly, and I've been wanting to do a country-leaning project for a long time. And they just, even though everyone was really busy playing other projects, they just so happened to be like available on these dates once a month.
So good.
So we started off just doing these 3-hour gigs at the Landmark, and yeah.
That's the grind, man. That's cool.
Yeah, the ham. It's the three set grinder on the ham and egg circuit, as we call it.
Well, let's hear another song, man.
All right, yeah. Also, that last line is from David Lipkin. Told me that, and it's his 50th birthday today. So
Oh,
Happy birthday,
happy
David.
birthday.
the greatest harmonica player I've ever heard in my life.
Wow. Did you bring your harmonica?
You don't want that. You don't want no part of that.
You don't want none of us, do we?
Okay, let's do. Where do I go now? Where do I go now? I got lost. Where do I go now? Where do I go now? I got lost. And I'll never forget not knowing what happened. I lied to my woman. I lied to my friend. And I didn't know I could do that. I quit my drinking. It can't help me now. I know it's only been a weekend, but I made it through the drought. And I didn't know I could do that. Where do I go now? Drink lots of coffee and walk around. Where do I go now? Got all this time to think about. Waking lazy in the morning and coming home to find you there while you were singing in the shower. And I was drinking in the living room, playing music till the evening, and coming home to find you there, laying with you in the bedroom, and get lost in your big red curly hair. Oh, I wanna go back there. Well, there is an anger in my eyes, even when I cry, but you still feel me when I do. And there is a sickness in my mind, desperate to unwind all of the goodness my mother gave to me, that I shared with you and took away. And when I open my mouth, it's just a hollow sound reaching out for nothing. And when I open my mouth, it's just a hollow sound reaching out for nothing.
Man, the way you establish the settings in your songs is really impressive. You bring up that you're lazy in the morning, stumbling around, and then you bring out the fact that, you know, the girl there happens to be a redhead. It's just like these little moments in these songs that like bring you into your reality, bring you into that moment. And it's super funny because we don't really remember days, but we do remember those moments that last like that. So that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just such a treat, Taylor. You having fun up there?
I am, yeah. Thank you so much.
We're having
You guys
fun.
are all great, and this is really fun.
I love how your guitar is so, it's meandering with the melody just as the vocal melody does, and that's hard to do. It takes quite the tasteful player,
Well, thank you.
or whatever that guitar might be named. It might be doing it all by itself. I'm not sure.
It definitely, it's a magical guitar for sure. I love the guitar, but yeah, actually, I feel like it took everything stopping with this quarantine to like fall in love with it. I've played another guitar for so long. I love that guitar as well. It's much harder to play. This one's like really easy to play, but you have to be a little bit more delicate.
Yeah, the strings tend to break on those parlor style guitars, don't they?
Yeah, and they got to be lighter too, because like the way that it's braced, like luthiers have told me that like it would like cave in on itself, so it's got to be a little. It's got like the silk and steel strings on it.
Yeah.
But I'm used to playing super hard, so it's like been a practice of like, kind of like finessing it a little more delicately.
Well, you want to give us two more?
Sure. You think about that.
And maybe any jokes or blessings or secret messages you want to give to the audience? Or a road tour story that is semi-appropriate, maybe not. I can like,
PG-13.
if you cue me, I'll go beep if you need me to.
Let's just say happy birthday, David Lipton.
Happy birthday. Should we sing to him?
We could.
Does he think he's watching?
I don't know. He also, right before this, I was doing a Zoom birthday party with him.
Cute. I like those Zoom birthday parties. I got a hangover from a Zoom birthday party the other day, and I was like, that was the first time. Woke up just like on my computer.
Those wine nights are getting a little dangerous now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Was it wine or?
I'm not. It was rum.
It was rum.
That's all I had.
Rum and Zoom. You're just like Jack Sparrow.
I think I'm gonna play a Michael Hurley song. A little heat.
Oh yeah, we got some donations real quick before you get this Michael Hurley.
Oh, let's hit it.
Hole. Donation shout out Michael Hurley. Just kidding. Heather Hayden, Emmett Richards, Sarah Lynch, Stephen Fisk, our sound engineer in the back, supporting in-house, Cynthia Clements, Alan Kaufman, Rebecca Connor, Pretty Gritty. Man, we had y'all up on here the first Monday that we ever did. So sweet to have this be such a family affair. And everyone's just supporting each other. It's so cute. And I think our production manager, Eve, would like to say a little something, something, something from over there in the something room. Show us your dance moves, Eve. Oh yeah, break it.
Got some quarantine moves right there.
Taylor, can you beatbox?
No.
All right. Back to your
I hate
regularly
to say it,
scheduled
Taylor,
programming.
but you don't look like you can beatbox, sir.
Ain't no look.
I can beatbox like really aggressively shitty, but I think I'm gonna save that one for another time.
All right, stick to what you're good at. All right.
Yep.
Can't
What's this next one called?
This is I think say bye bye to somebody to say bye bye to.
Oh.
Is it? Do you wave bye bye like a baby would, or is it like bye bye?
Bye bye.
It's like the parade float.
elbow, wrist, elbow.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Michael Hurley tune. I just want somebody I can say bye bye to. It would be alright to watch one go. I just want somebody with the sentimental feeling and the holy blue. But tell me who do you say goodbye to when there ain't nobody there? I just want somebody to love me tonight. It would be alright to love me right. I just want somebody with a sentimental feeling and the holy blue. But tell me who do you say goodbye to when there ain't nobody there? I just want somebody that I don't wanna talk to. I don't mind the blues, it's what I wanted. If my baby don't cry when I say bye-bye, then why should I? But tell me who do you say goodbye to when there ain't nobody there?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, this has been a really, really fantastic show, man. Thank you for being. This is the first time I've seen you live, so thanks for just putting on an awesome show. We really appreciate that.
Happy to. It's nice having people here, even just a few, just someone to interact with, you know.
When was the last show you played?
I did a stream for Alberta Rose Theater.
Live show though.
Oh, I mean, it was like right before it ended. I used to gig just almost every day. I think the last gig I played was at the Thirst with Louis Longmire and John Craigie.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like right when things were starting to get weird, but I think it hadn't fully sunk in with me either. At that point, too, that was like March. That was the first Tuesday of March.
Like people were still going out to bars and they were like doing elbow daps instead
Yeah.
of
It took a while to sink in. I mean, how could anybody have known?
Right. And like for me, too, like the first thing was like, because someone canceled that gig and then we picked it up.
Oh.
And then that was the last show that the Thirst did. But it was like, at that time I was just stupidly thinking like, I don't mind getting sick. I wasn't thinking of the spread thing at all. So but even then it's like I was still trying to not touch anyone while being at the Thirst. And it's just naturally, that is the tough thing with drinking and stuff, is like folks that were really respectful at first, like
slippery slope.
Yeah, just like by the end of the night, it's like you want to give each other hugs and stuff.
My favorite part about those people is they're like, you don't care about this corona, do you? And they just go in for the hug.
Yeah. It's like when your boss like says they got to downsize and they fire you, and then it's like kind of slap you on the back, like, you understand? Like, well, what? Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the Laurel Thirst is gonna ever open its doors to a streaming situation?
They're trying to do that right now. I mean, yeah, like they were doing that. I guess that wasn't the last show that they did there, but that was the last time they were open for a show. They did a couple streams with no one in there after, but then they still were like, they really wanted to play it safe, so they closed up actually before the order to close. But they've been doing a lot, like spending some time making they added some height to the stage.
Oh, nice.
They finally got the speakers. I don't know how much of a surprise it's supposed to be, but but they have the speakers now hanging off the ceiling, which will be better than just like before. They're like
they're like right at your head.
Yeah, so now they can from the top and got another
they both
monitor.
work now. They both work.
Yeah, they both work.
That's good.
And so they're trying to, with the reopening, because they're also they're aware that they're a music bar more than being like a bar and a restaurant. So it's like they really want to get some high quality video and audio, and be able to reopen it for some streams. And stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, part of the mission of this broadcast is really to have an open source platform so that the people that are the engineers and the video and the audio, this model can be transposed to other venues around town, and the goal is to not live in this competitive watch our stream, not their stream. It's like how can we help Hallowed halls and places like the Old Church and Alberta Rose and really have the community in this town come together in a way where everybody's helping everybody get back on their feet, and it'd be dope to see something like this happen at the Laurel Thirst for sure.
I would love that. I mean, if the Laurel Thirst goes down, I'll move away. I don't I don't even want to fucking think about that.
No, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
Get that small business loan.
Yeah. So friends, this is for the Landmark and for the Laurel Thirst and for Taylor and for the Hallowed Halls and for MayDay LoveStream. We got some more donations. Acoustic Minds. Thank you. We see you. We can't wait to have you in here on Friday. And Dean Mullen, this is for everybody. This is art. This is just sharing and trusting and holding on to the things that still make sense in a time where nothing does. Jeez.
I'll tell you what, Taylor, you got one more song for us?
I do, yeah. Yeah, this is when I felt like I had nothing to say. But I don't know, but I needed to practice still writing songs. So I was trying to just like write with anything, and I just started writing with the dream that I woke up that I had, that I don't really understand what it is, and that's what the first lines are. And then the rest of the song kind of fell out of that.
Love it.
Last night I had a dream. I pulled a thin red string from a cut in my thumb, and I don't know what it means, but I wrote it down all the same. 'Cause I got nothing to say. It all sounds the same. Just a cloud of dust behind some run wild dream. I'm exhausted, I'm ashamed. I used to stay home from school. I was a scared little boy in that room. That it was bottles or cans, whatever I could get my hands on. Now I'm back in that room. Back where the memories linger like feathery footsteps tapping out of time. Back where my brother would scream till he'd bleed, and my mother would quietly cry. And back where I climbed from that cage and kept climbing its cages all the way up. And I ain't proud of knowing that I'm growing used to this one. I feel nothing at all. I'd rather stare at my phone, leave the TV on, and don't you turn on that light, Ma, you ain't gonna like it. Well, your baby is gone. Gone like a stone that's been thrown and forgotten, lost in a sea of itself. And gone like my father, and gone like his too, and gone like the anger I held, and gone like the feeling of anything meaning anything more than it felt. And though I ain't glad to go, I ain't sad to know it now. I feel nothing. So tell me, where did I go? Did I slip out the door? Did I float through the ceiling? Did I fall through the floor? Or where was I before?
Just leave us on a light note, Taylor.
Oh man,
Jeez.
the way that song ends in just silence. It's that whole song is twists and turns all about it. You just don't know where it's gonna go, but it's the right way for it to go. It's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your music with us
Thank
tonight.
you so much.
Yeah.
Really, I really appreciate this. This was special.
You look so perfect up there. Also, I feel like your honest heart is just at home here in this room and the mood lighting. Yeah, just thanks for bringing it, and thanks for bringing all of you all the time.
I kind of like Reno McBongwater. He's a cool guy.
Well, thank you everybody at home for tuning in and sticking with us for this beautiful, heartfelt, honest, talented, amazing, skinny, fat first set. And next up we have Jeffrey Martin, also one of my super, super favorites. I'm going to try really hard not to ruin everything by singing along. I'm going to walk off stage a little bit. But we here at the MayDay LoveStream love you and appreciate your patronage and your friendship and your support so that we can keep the support stream flowing. And don't forget, we have a mother hotline, and we want to hear from you. Leave us a voicemail, leave us a poem, like flush the toilet and then hit record or something cool like that. Okay, check it.
Holler at 833 for MayDay. Holler at 833 for me. Holler at 833 for MayDay. You
All right, so thank you for considering what you may or may not want to leave on our voicemail hotline. If it's appropriate, funny, nice, and I can't count, we might even air it on these little
And
microphones.
if it's inappropriate, we'll just kind of laugh at it and we won't air it.
I'll just make it my ringtone. It's totally good.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy this intermission, you guys. We've been having a lot of fun kind of reworking and adding a lot more art pieces during this intermission so that it's just as fun and enjoyable for you to watch as these live streams are. And please don't forget to share this stream, donate if you can, leave comments for all the artists and for us, and just have a good time. We love
That's
you and
right.
we're happy to be here. So I'll see you guys soon.
Oh, I'll get a.
Cool, I got a jacket for this.
Oh yeah, if anyone else wants jackets.
Yeah, our
you know.
friend custom made that for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody, you guys see that jacket over
Oh,
there?
whoa,
Custom
that's
made
awesome.
by our friend. So
My friend Ashley hand painted it.
That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Really fun. I know. It's nice. I just got it in the mail last night. That's really good. And I had no idea what I was gonna wear, and I was walking up to our apartment. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably think about that. My mind was more focused on if I feel something or if I'm inspired by something, I'm gonna go write about it. But that was only for maybe 6 months prior to that, and then before that time, I felt forced into it. I was forced to write music about my feelings because I couldn't ignore them anymore, you know? My husband's from Fort Worth, Texas, so we moved there for a year and a half for him to help his dad with a business venture out there, or he was going to pursue something in business, and it was really hard, and I was having a hard time kind of articulating that to other people in my life that I was keeping up with on social media, or I was calling, like, oh, how's life? You know, people say that little term, and I would always say good, but I knew that wasn't true. And I also knew that people didn't necessarily like have the time or the attention span to really listen to how I was actually doing or how I was actually feeling. So the song is basically just about me processing through my emotions of what it's like to be far away from people and putting up a face of everything is fine when really it's not. The laptop and YouTube and all this stuff, we're all so connected on the surface, and we're all supposed to be constantly communicating with each other, but after a while it seems robotic and it seems forced and it seems disingenuous. And so one of the lines, or at the end, I just go out saying, I'm tired of being a robot, I'm tired of being a robot, and I keep singing it until like I fade away. And that's honestly how I felt. I was like, I'm tired of this, and I want to be done, and I want to be honest and real with people.
I don't know what to say when you ask me how I've been. I'm tired of being a robot. It says I'm good when I know I'm not. I know I'm not. We both know that you don't care, so I'll spare you the long answer. What happened to our people's skills? It's as if a look in the eye could kill. One look could kill. 'Cause the color of your soul turns gray when you stare at yourself in a mirror all day. You'll never like who's looking back anyway. How is it that I could be surrounded yet so lonely? I'm buried by all the lies. I've been choked out and left to die. I'm not alright. 'Cause the color of your soul turns gray when you stare at yourself in a mirror all day. You'll never like who's looking back anyway. And your skin gets softer day by day when you let words strip cells away. You'll never be good enough anyway. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of being a robot. I'm tired. my baby on number 9. My heart went rolling down the line. He said he loved me, always be true, but now he's gone, and I'm so blue. That train went rolling through the night, but he had never been out of my sight. I let him have all of my power. That train has been my darkest hour.
In the entryway to the facility, there's a handy sanitation station. Today, we have 2 volunteers ready to demonstrate proper hygiene and social distancing. In the event of a virus pandemic, as we're experiencing currently, everyone must follow these strict guidelines or risk passing on the virus to their companions. Let's go inside, shall we? Oh there, not too close. Oh, looks like he's got an idea. A tape measure, how handy. Oh, no touching. Ah, there we go. That looks about 6 feet to me. Now, what's the plan to get that tape measure put away? Oh no, don't take off those gloves. Ah, she had another glove underneath. What a trickster. Now for the disinfectant. It looks like he wants a drink. No, don't do that. Oh no, we surely don't want to inject it. That won't help you either. Let's wrap this up. Please just remember to follow these simple guidelines for a safe and healthy environment. Thank you.
Amber, why am I filming Nostra Pizza right now?
They are our sponsor every Wednesday night of the MayDay LoveStream. Every Wednesday night from about 6 p.m. until the end when they close, which is about 9 p.m., 9:30. If you call in and order a pizza, 10% of the proceeds come back straight to the MayDay LoveStream and support the charities that we're trying to help.
That is truly amazing. And honestly, I had no idea you had such a good canned answer like that. I just...
Thank you. I just pulled it out of somewhere.
No, that was not... I didn't... Well, I didn't even know about the 10%. I didn't know anything.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, that was honest. That was an honest question, and I guess that wasn't a setup, folks. That was just,
it's just literally what's happening. We're super stoked about it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that. Now I do.
Thank you, Pizza Nostra.
You You tell me that you cannot sing of broken down girls no more. It's no good, look, it's just a country hook. Besides, you're older now, with your own shit to work out, and so do I. But my eyes are wide, and here and there are pieces of these broken down boys. I type the names in every square to find out whether time was fair, but I never got the spelling right. I searched through friends of friends of friends. The circle broke, scattered in the wind, and Aaron lives in a hospital now. Your tales of bruises, twisted ankles.
A couple of months ago, we got approached by a pretty amazing charitable organization called Sing Me a Story. What they do is they go out and they find kids that are spending a lot of time in hospitals. And they ask them to write a story about whatever it is that they want to write a story about. And if you've hung out with kids, you know that that is an amazing, surreal, metaphysical kind of breadth of stories that'll come out of that. They take all these stories that kids have written and they put them in a giant database. And they send that database out to songwriters and musicians and bands and people that make music with lyrics and ask them to scroll through the stories, find if there's one that kind of speaks to them, write a song about it, shoot a video, send it to the kid, try to make their life a little happier. People that do that, they're kind of top tier of humanity on my list, people that are running this. But we were lucky enough to get approached and to be sent this amazing Dada list of stories written by kids, and we all filtered through them. And I found one written by a pretty remarkable 8-year-old named Evan, who, like most 8-year-olds, has a singular topic that occupies the vast majority of his interest. And in Evan's case, that topic is golf. So this is a song that I co-wrote with Evan. And to my knowledge, it's the only bluegrass song about golf. I would love to be proven wrong if any of you have any counterexamples. But here it is. The song is called Steve's Bad Day at the Golf Course. Steve's bad day at the golf course. One sunny July 25, he made it, he's 33. Steve was in the lead by 2 and stepped up to the tee. Squared his shoulders and wound up and swung with all his might. Followed through and away it flew, but he blocked it to the right. Found it on the fairway, couldn't believe his eyes. There's a boulder between old Steve and the green, he's gotta play it as it lies. Still 130 yards to go, but Steve ain't turning back. Pulled out his trusty 7-iron and gave that ball a whack. It was Steve's bad day, and he don't got much to say. Trying out for the big time, gonna join the PGA. And though he may be indisputably an elite golfing force, it was Steve's bad day at the golf course. Inches from the pin, Steve's 7-iron, it split in two, never swung that club again. Steve held his wrist, held it tight, and though it hurt him so, he'd push on through and play the game. Just 9 holes to go. Hole 10, no sweat, 2 swings on a par 3. Despite his wrist still crying out, Steve scored a birdie. On 11 through 18, up boy Steve dropped 5 strokes. Then the doctor told him tearfully,
Steve, your wrist is broke.
Steve's bad day, and he don't got much to say. Trying out for the big time, gonna join the PGA. And though he may be indisputably an elite golfing force, it was Steve's bad day at the golf course. It was Steve's bad day at the golf course. Thanks, Evan.
Let us remember what it is to play again and offer our unique, essential song to the harmony of creation. Resilience beyond even humanity's existence is that the salmon will find their way upstream again to spawn. That however long and dark the night, there will be a dawn.
Lost, and you are my last. Let's make this last. Let's make this last.
This is what it feels like.
Hello at 833, call MayDay. Hello at 833, call me. Hello at 833, call MayDay. You
Or,
I just like scratched my eyeball.
okay,
with my
I got
mask.
this. You're good. Hey, welcome back. We missed you. Did you miss this weird lipstick mask I have on? People have been telling me it's pretty creepy, but I can't find my other one. Anyways, welcome back. Thank you so much, Taylor Kingman. He's over here. Roman. Whew. That was just the sweetest warm up, y'all. Jeffrey Martin's going to do some more damage to your feelings, and I hope you are prepared and you have something to snack on. Also, we have some recent donators that hit us up through this intermission period. Thank you so much, you guys. Tanner Curdy, Robert Hopkins, Tasha McManus, Peter Nevins, Lewis Pollard, Liz Manchego, and Sky Clifford. I see you out there, friends.
Correct that. Tanner Cundy.
What did I?
Tanner Cundy. It was typed wrong, but Tanner Cundy's been tuning in.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good man.
Also, back again with our sponsors, Air Hush, for keeping us hushed as heck. And we've made a little amp box up on the stage. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but we built an amp box out of this Air Hush material, and that's been pretty fun to play with. Gearhead, thank you so much for the lights and making this place a whole mood. Divine Lotus Designs, keeping us with some masks that we get to give to the artists when they come here unprepared.
Unprepared.
Trail Brew, thanks again for keeping our minds right. Don't forget trailbrewpdx.com and type in code LoveStream15 for 15% off your orders just for this month. So you only have a few more days left to get discounts on this really heady earthen beverage. Check them out, trailbrewpdx.com. And of course, Lime Live TV, we wouldn't be here without you. And thank you so much for your support and getting us off on our feet.
That's right. I think the camera's still on you, but I can go
That's all
ahead and
right.
keep
I can
talking
do
right
this
here.
all
All right,
night
let's do
long.
it. We also want to give a shout out to all the people out there making this quarantine just a little bit more bearable. People like Tito Anders, who's been reading bedtime
Tito.
stories on Facebook every night for weeks now. It's also a bit of an interactive discussion of the story too, which is really fun. So head on over to the Facebook group called Uncle Tito's Storytelling to catch tonight's new read, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, A Chronicle of Narnia. My second favorite Narnia book, personally. Uncle Tito starts live streaming at 9 p.m., so as soon as we sign off tonight, grab a blanket and settle in for a good read. Again, the group is called Uncle Tito's Storytelling. It's so warm and fuzzy whenever you listen to him talk.
He's so good.
He's such a kind, wonderful man. He wears kilts. He's a licensed massage therapist. It's very calming when you're around him.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to the Mayday Man. Mayday Man.
The Mayday Man.
The Mayday Man. Welcome back to the Mayday Love Stream.
Mayday Man.
We are here from the Hallowed Halls in the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon, and we're here to serve you hi-fi, high heart, good art and creativity. And we couldn't do this without you. And during this period where everyone doesn't know where to land and where to share and how to do the most amazing things that we love to do in a way that is nourishing, similarly to how it would have been back in the day when we could be at a show and sharing the space together. And I want to give another shout out to our Eve. We have an Eve. I don't even want to title her. She's so amazing. Holler at you, Eve. Holla, 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 holla. And we're here to raise money for Eve and everybody here and the Hallowed Halls and Jeffrey Martin and Taylor Kingman. And we're all supporting each other during this time, and it's an honor. And up next, we have one of my most favorites, Jeffrey Martin, and I brought a box of tissues up for this set.
I'm just going to be crying into my mask. I'm using it. My mask is the little tissues.
Take it away, Jeffrey.
It's just happy songs.
A man with
Lies.
no shoes and red socks and a red hanky in his back pocket.
There you stand like a scarecrow, all hot from your fears for the birds. They fly low and steal from your fields, and the plows lay rusted, and the farmers lay dead with their wives. And you shake when the wind blows and cuts through your bones, made of dust and cloth and pieces of straw. And you hope at that house on the hill where nobody's home. And pound your chest, child, and take a step now into the wind. And drink your water down until your tears, they come back again. For a man is only a man until he isn't. You see the cows, they're still mooing and chewing on their cud, and you lay in the streams to play in the mud, and the world she begins to spin as she ever was. But then the map of your mother, burned but not gone, it comes back like a boulder tumbling on a boy with no shoulders to carry the world away. And pound your chest, child, and take a step now into the wind. And drink your water down until your tears, oh, they come back again. For a man is only a man until he isn't. they're only dogs in the daylight. Yeah, the wolves in the dark, they're only dogs in the daylight. All the wolves in the dark, they're only dogs in the daylight. And so pound your chest, child, and take a step now into the wind. And drink your water down until your tears, oh, they come back again. For a man is only a man. Yeah, a man is only a man. Oh, man is only a man until he is in.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
This is just an emotional night. Oh, that's what the hanky's for.
It's a sweat hanky.
Swanky.
It's a swanky.
Yeah, you're hitting us with that. I'm a big water fan, and I have this stupid little prison tattoo on my hand. It's a water droplet, but really it's just a reminder to drink water. And now I'm going to have that line, drink your water down until the tears come back again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I stay hydrated, I can cry more.
Exactly. That's the
I'm
goal.
about that life.
I really love that you do have like a gang tattoo on your hand that's about drinking water. You're
It's
hydro homie.
Hydro homie. Well, Jeffrey Martin's about to have a matching one.
Oh my god.
I'd get that tattoo.
See?
We all need red
He's
bandanas
down.
first.
Yeah.
And red socks. Definitely the red socks.
I didn't mean for that to be a theme.
I kind of love it.
It's happening.
All right, keep us rolling.
I read a story about a coal fire. It burned for 80 miles underground, under rivers and across the state line, without a flame, without a sound. It burned a building and some fence posts. When it come up from the dirt into the sky, and when they interviewed the town folks, they said that hell was on the rise. Now I'm looking out the window while you are sleeping, I'm scared out of my mind. Oh no, I feel that fire creeping. Everywhere I go, always burns down. Everyone I love is trying to figure me out, and everything I knew I buried underground. Underground. I saw a picture of a picture. It reminded me of myself, like a coal fire burning underground. From up above it's hard to tell. You said that I could stay here. Open my chest for just you to see. All these acres of quiet fire that are burning down in me. I'm looking out the window while you are sleeping. I'm scared out of my mind, oh no. I feel that fire creeping everywhere I go, always burns down. Everyone I love is trying to figure me out, and everything I knew is on fire underground. Underground. I read a story about a coal fire. It burned for 80 miles underground, under rivers and across the state line, without a flame, without a sound, without a flame, without a sound.
I'm curious
Thanks,
about
guys.
this coal fire. Is there a little more backstory to this song?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a long time ago I read a story about this town in Pennsylvania where back in like the early 1900s, I think, they were burning trash in the town landfill like you did back in the early 1900s. And somebody let the fire burn longer than they should have, and it burned down in, underground into this forgotten coal mine shaft, and it kind of caught the leftover coal on fire, and it just kind of spread underground. And by the time they knew what was going on, nobody knew how to put it out. And decades later, it started coming up through the ground, and they had to evacuate the town. And
It was burning for
The
decades?
fire lasted
it's
that
still
long.
burning right now. You can go there.
Are you kidding me?
The town's called Centralia in Pennsylvania, and it's just this ghost town that's blocked off. They blocked off the roads in and out of the town, and yeah, everyone had to evacuate, so it's still on fire, and I just thought that was too good of an image not to write about.
Wow. Oh man, there's a couple like YouTube clickbait links like why this town has been on fire for 50 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll never guess reason 4.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I want to go. There's like a group of there's like a motorcycle gang, but not in a badass way. I think they're just a bunch of dads. But they ride out through Centralia every year, and they film it. You can go on YouTube and find it. So.
You could be in the dad motorcycle hydro gang.
I don't know if I want to be a dad quite yet, but I'll join their gang. All right.
Just want to be a dad to be in the gang. That's the only reason.
He grew up in a house in the valley with a daddy who was one long cigarette. And his mama walked out on a Friday night with a man she just met. He liked walking the blacktop streets in the rain, in the dark, when the city was dead. The machine gone to sleep, he could hear himself think, and he liked what he saw on his head, her sad blue eyes. Her sad blue eyes. He found work at the yard, picking apart cars out on Springfield and Lariat. Likes a girl with scars on her arms, it proves she ain't seen what she wants to yet, with her sad blue eyes. And don't you see it, boy, everything's a circle in this town. And the best you give can't fix what cannot be found behind her sad blue eyes, behind her sad blue eyes, behind her sad blue eyes. He put his head to the stone, working all day long, saving up those dollars and dimes. He's got his eye on a ring at the Oakwood Mall, and he likes how the diamond shines. There's a quarter-acre lot with a trailer on the spot, if they can work a deal out on time. And they park across the street where they dream and they drink, and he says, I'm gonna make you mine, and you're sad. Don't you see it, boy? Everything's a circle in this town. And the best you give can't fix what cannot be found behind her sad blue eyes, behind her sad blue eyes, behind her sad blue eyes. When they're naked at night, she whispers to him, I know I can make it all right. But the damage moves in like a ghost from within, and a storm grows behind her sad blue eyes. When they're naked at night, she whispers to him, I know I can make it all right. But the damage moves in like a ghost from within, and a storm grows behind her sad blue eyes. Her sad blue eyes.
Oh my gosh. That is an amazing song.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's pretty wild to hear how you sound live, because, I mean, my only experience with you, this is my first time seeing you live, is hearing your records. I mean, well, I've got a question for you, if that's all right. Your recording process is very interesting, because from what I'm listening to, your voice sounds better than on the recording process, but like it sounds amazing on the record. So what is that process like? Do you go in there, do you do it in one take, just you and a guitar, and then you layer on top of that, or do you record with the band? Or
no, I've never done it. I've never done it like consistently from project to project.
Well, how about one go around?
That one I recorded the guts of it, like the guitar and vocals on my own, and then worked with it with a brilliant producer, friend of mine in Eugene named Tyler Fortier. And so I was touring and stuff, and I didn't want to kind of pause everything to go into a studio, and so I was just recording where I was, and then I would send him these tracks that were just the guts of songs. Yeah. And then we'd kind of toss them back and forth through emails and stuff, and he would add, I don't know, some bass and guitar and drums and stuff, just real sparse. And
so you like Bon Ivered it, and you made your own tracks in your own home studio, and he made his, and put it all together into like this fantabulous, juicy combination.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Man. I mean, that was all Tyler's magic to make it juicy. I have a hard time with studios in general. It's just hard for me to
like book studio time months out, and then have that date approaching on the calendar, and like I kind of get myself worked up about it, and then by the time I get in the studio and record, I wish I could do it all again as soon as I'm done, because I know I could do it better.
Man, well, we're loving this. Like, you seem right at home, super comfortable right here. So,
thanks, man.
We got some donation shout outs real quick, fam. Kaylin Padua, I think, whatever. Michelle Johnson, sorry, Kaylin. Oh my God, I'm throwing things. Catherine Roberts, Sarah Harris, Spencer Brown, who says, quote, "We bone to all of your songs.
Make love."
End quote.
Wow.
Make love.
That's some
That
sad love making there.
a little. I mean, sometimes you cry during sex. It's a whole experience. Just good job, Spencer.
Shout out.
Well, here's a song. I don't know what it's called yet. Maybe it'll be called 1519. That was the year that Hernan Cortez sailed to Cuba or thereabouts, and decided on his own volition that he would conquer everything he encountered and bring Catholicism to all the primitives there. And
at least that's what El Dorado taught us, right?
Yeah. But Cortez is famous. A number of guys did this, but his kind of stuck in history, where he thought that his crew would mutiny and want to go back home if he told them that they weren't going back home, and instead they were going to stay and conquer this new land. And so he ordered his men to burn their boats down so they couldn't go back home.
Ooh.
That man did not have commitment issues.
Check the canvas, inspect the ropes and the rations, draw the lines on the maps and tell stories of riches and the glory that God gives to those who fear Him. And hold the Bible against the blue sky morning and shout a prayer like a warning. Look the boys in the eyes and pretend they are grown men and that nobody's dying. And watch the land fade, black ink over a landscape. No lines but the lines that we make. The mind becomes a fragile thing, so far from our homes and king, out on the ocean. Close your eyes now and hold on to that easy sound of your woman in the morning, all naked and breathing, while you lay there dreaming of ways to stay. Catch the trade winds out past where any man has been. Create a God you can believe in. Twist the words until there is no sin, and the evil that is happening is out of your hands. 65 days, the boys now are wasting away. You da 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 da. I want to know the words. Hold on. I'm gonna go around again. In 65 days, the boys now are wasting away. And you whisper them name by name, the misted kiss from a darkening wave. Wrap them up like newborn babes, let them sink in the deep. And from the top mast, a boy screaming, land at last. Eyes wild and cracked like glass, the voice of God in a man gone mad. Start a fire so we can't go back. Burn the ships down. And on the white sand, tell yourself you are God's own hand, the sharpened blade of a righteous faith, in the garden without a name. In madness there is no shame, but what you make. In the garden without a name. In madness there is no shame, but what you make. Almost on that one.
Wow.
It worked. It worked.
I don't even think that's almost. There's something pretty precious about like forgetting lyrics and coming around because you're so engrossed in the song that I don't know. It hits you in a really cool way. And by the end of that song, we're all caught up in the imagery of being on the shores of Cuba and a lone boy like lighting the torch and burning that ship down.
Yeah, master storyteller.
Yeah.
That's what you are. Also, I got all teary-eyed, SOB. A comment on the Facebook feed, Taylor Carter wrote in, she works in an ICU and she has you playing for the crew tonight.
Oh.
And it's so relaxing, they all needed that. So thank you for your amazing words and your beautiful music that they get to enjoy with us. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh, here's a hopeful one then for that crew.
All right.
There's a song, it's just about things that I wish I could conjure up whenever I needed to put my head back in a good space. Two boys riding in a pickup truck, watching the world roll away from us. Wind so loud he had to shout above it, smiling because we couldn't get enough of it. And lay me down and sing to me again. Shut my eyes with a song that will never end, and ride it on my mind with that golden thread. There's some things you don't forget. Looking at you from across the bedroom, naked as the day that the good Lord made you, standing like a dream in the morning sun. You can take me now, Lord, I've had a good run. And lay me down and sing to me again. And shut my eyes with a song that will never end. And write it on my mind with that golden thread. There's some things you don't forget. And teach me how to shut my mouth, shut my mouth. And teach me how to shut my mouth, shut my mouth. A newborn baby in an old man's hands, the daddy of a daddy made young again. The unknown roads and turns in the dark are no match for the drum of a beating heart. And lay me down and sing to me again. Shut my eyes with a song that will never end. And write it on my mind with that golden thread. There's some things you don't forget. There's some things you don't forget.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There are some things you don't forget. There are those special moments that turn into those songs, man.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious. Jenny asked Taylor this question, but are there any songs that, you know, you would trade an experience for that song, or are you
Trade an
glad?
experience for the song?
Yeah. So you had this experience, whether it was suffering or joyful.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if, like, there's a song that you have that came from a painful experience. Would you trade that song for never experiencing?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
without a doubt, no. What I mean, I heard you ask Taylor, like, are there any songs you wish you hadn't written?
Yeah.
Because they're kind of like in that vein, and I, no. There are definitely songs that I've written about experiences that I don't play out or that I've let go because I just don't. They're more for me than playing out into the world. But I feel like, you know, even if I write a song that takes me through a place I don't really want to be in, I'm a different person when I come out the other end of it in a good way. I mean, there's been times I would like trade a song for a cheeseburger. Like I'd let some songs go if there was a cheeseburger.
There's like a couple ones that are just like,
yeah.
Could you make me a cheeseburger? Add some relish on it. No, that's a hot dog. I just wrote that for you.
You have something, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this. This is a song I recorded on that last album. It's a Richard Buckner tune. It's called "Surprise, Arizona," and I love that this song can hit me so hard, and I don't quite know what it's about. And I think that should be a goal, or that's a goal of mine in songwriting, is to put just enough in the song that it gives people a little bit of footing, but not to put too much that it squeezes out what people want to put into the song on their own when they're listening to it.
I think you're pretty masterful at that.
Oh, thanks. This is a Buckner tune called "Surprise, Arizona," and supposedly the story goes that he was touring through Arizona, and there's a town in Arizona called Surprise. And
Surprise!
And And he had read in the paper that a woman and her son, they were traveling there from Oklahoma, that they had died in a traffic accident in Surprise. And so he wrote this song. It's kind of the imagined conversation between this mother and her son as they're riding back to Oklahoma in their caskets. Mother, do you see what's about to happen? I'm gonna turn us around and we'll be gone. Put your arms up, dear, and keep the casket open. They'll take us back to Oklahoma where we belong. And surprise, Arizona, put us out of our sweet misery. Yeah. I'm 34, you were 21. You said he knew when he first saw you. Were you happy then? Oh, I'd like to know. I think about him still when I see you alone. And surprise, Arizona, put us out of our sweet misery. Yeah. And you know about me, at only 23, you saw her come and go as I went through everything I had. Mother, did you see what was gonna happen? She let me down so far I never quite made it back. And surprise, Arizona, put us out of our sweet misery. And surprise, Arizona, put us out of our sweet misery. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprise, that's a great song.
Surprise.
No surprise, actually.
You're really good at the storytelling. It seems like you're also gravitated towards the songs that paint a picture of something, and like you pulling with Jacob's better with the words. Dang it!
Pulling with emotions
Pulling
of
with
the
emotions,
heartstrings of things.
Kind of tapping into history.
Oh yeah.
As a resource for some of your songs, yeah. Instead of just, I mean, I personally write just in this present moment reality, but
yeah,
you're really good at taking stories that you hear.
Yeah, you don't
and weaving those into songs, and I love that.
You don't use the word "I" a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple I songs.
Can we hear an I song?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can just like pull one out of my butt. Yeah, I mean.
Is that where they live?
Yeah.
Eyes have it.
We got some donations, by the way, for that I butt. Sean McCarty, Craig Milliken, Kevin Balmer. Thank you. This is 100% a donation-based broadcast, and it is for is for you, so that you can have this beautiful experience at home, and hopefully. I mean, it looks amazing. I'm here like on the screen and in person, and it's a little overstimulating, but I love it. I think it's absolutely worth it.
It's crazy.
Well, by the way, if you're feeling a little overstimulated, you can give us a call on our hotline right here.
Holler at 833 for MayDay. Holler at 833 for me. Holler at 833 for MayDay. You got
833-4 MayDay. All right, Mr. Jeffrey Martin.
Nice job, Jacob.
Let's keep it going.
This is a song. This is an I song.
I had a dream I was singing a song on a heaven-bound ship. But my eyes were closed, so I didn't see any of it. And I was shouting too loud to hear the answers freely given by an angel choir singing out to anyone listening. I've been praying to get it right and working hard to get it wrong in the meantime. And I've been trying to pick a fight, but the man in the mirror won't look me in the eye. There's a beautiful sound to the song of an empty surrender, when the fire of your pride is burned all the way down to an ember, and the mountain you made is just a paper mache of sad glory, built by a man who is trying too hard to write his own story. Well, I've been praying get it right and working hard to get it wrong in the meantime. And I've been trying to pick a fight, but the man in the mirror won't look me in the eyes. Yeah, I've been trying to pick a fight, but the man in the mirror won't look me in the eye.
Oh, man. You know when you hear a song and you're like, damn, I wish I wrote that. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel when I listen to Taylor.
There was some Facebook thread request that you guys do a duet.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not now.
Right
for
now.
Sanitation purposes, but someday.
Someday.
I think you guys might live in the same neighborhood. I'm not sure. I'm not a stalker. It's no big deal.
I love playing with Taylor.
Have you guys ever duetted?
We shared a tour a while back, and we played shows a bunch together around town. I don't know if we've ever duetted officially.
You have an official duo with Anna Tibble.
I have an unofficial
non-duo where she happens to be on stage with you. We actually have her tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
So excited.
So I gotta ask you, like, what's it like going on tour with someone like that and being able to create music and share that space with somebody that amazing?
It's terrible. No, it's really great. I'm really picky about who I spend an obscene amount of hours in the car with.
As you should be.
It just burns me out really quick if it's the wrong car energy. And Anna, I feel like I could tour just nonstop all day long with her, and I think we're both good at leaving a lot of space for each other on the road, so we're not talking all day long. Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. I've heard her songs just hundreds and hundreds of times, and I never get tired of them on tour. So.
Do you ever cover any Anna songs?
I was just talking to her about that because I'm going to play a show. We're doing these like shows from this shack in our backyard.
Yeah, you are.
On Sundays, and one of them coming up in June. She's got another gig that day, and she can't make that Sunday show, so it's just going to be all by myself. And I was thinking I would learn up half of a set worth of her tunes.
Yes.
We'll see.
You got to play the fiddle too. You know that, right?
Oh God, I'm the worst at the fiddle.
I'm bleeding at the knuckles, but I want more. My head is pounding, but I want more. I want to play till I am younger still. I want to sing till the world stands still. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. I saw you at the park with your hair, and you didn't know that I was there. And I dreamed about you and me getting married and having kids, It's a simple thing, but it's all that there is. It's a simple thing, but it's all that there is. And I know that I'm difficult to see, that I've got worlds buried down inside of me. But I say, wait, love, in 50 years we'll have all that we need. I am a grower of trees. I am a grower of trees. Can you wait for me? Can you wait for me? Can you wait for me?
Yeah.
I can wait. Jeffrey, I gotta say, you have this thing that happens to your face when you sing.
Oh, I know.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're in pain.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or you're
sometimes people send me
wasted.
like I think they think they're being nice and they send pictures and stuff from shows.
Oh no.
Like, hey, great show last night. Here's a bunch of shitty pictures of you.
I bet you probably got a whole catalog.
Yeah, I have a whole folder on my computer of painful face pictures.
As another painful face singer, I feel your pain. It's not the photos that people take at shows when you're really singing, because your face has to contort in weird ways to actually get that tone.
Oh, you're committed to the game.
Yeah, people don't always look like models when they're on that stage, you know.
Haley Johnson does.
Haley Johnson, she's pretty good at that.
She's a model.
Yeah, Jenny Jolie does.
No.
Yeah. I don't know how to. when I was just starting out in music, I had this friend who offered to manage me essentially. He'd never been a manager, and
that always goes great.
I didn't know what it meant either, so I signed up. But he tried convincing me that I need to play shows with my eyes open, and I need to find people in the audience and lock eyes with them just for like a brief moment, and then find somebody else, because he'd seen people do this, and it's a great way to connect with a room. And that just scared the shit out of me, so I just closed my eyes and let my face go.
Yeah, it's working. My face is doing things too, but I have a mask on. I'm trying to like make your faces with my face.
All right, here's a new song that doesn't have a name.
There's holes in all the sidewalls where the wind it brings the rain in, and the gold crowns have been found out to be brass that has been painted. There's holes in all our Bibles where we make secret compartments to hide the broken treasures we smuggled out of the garden, yeah. And we gaze at our reflections like insecure children, poorly dressed and always panicking in the bodies of men and women. And we stumble on like drunkards toward a cliff just because none of us cares about the end when we're trying to find love. And we get moving in the morning, we suffer on until the evening, where we finally drink the whiskey that soothes our disbelieving, while others find a quiet place and build a fence around it, spend their time on the money they make and find ways to talk about it. There's an angry man on the mountain, just like there's always been, and there's a quiet man in the valley standing taller than him, and there's a child with a secret that she doesn't know she holds, and the fact that I can see it means that I'm growing old. Some of us get lucky, find an anchor in the storm. Some of us never learn to see beyond the place we were born. Time is a mystic with a briefcase in his hand. You can pay to look inside it, but you can't afford to understand. No. And maybe heaven is a place that doesn't have an address, and maybe that's okay, just like joy or sadness. You can meet God in a cigarette, just the same as in a sermon, and the devil's always listening to those who are deserving. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow. I feel like I just want to say wow after every single one.
Wow.
Wow.
Time is a mystic with a briefcase in his hand.
Yeah.
You can pay to look inside, but you can't afford to understand.
Were we both typing his lyrics at the same time?
I've been keeping notes.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make poetry out of this shit.
I love that last verse. Maybe heaven is a place that doesn't have an address. Maybe that's okay, just like joy or sadness. I'm like just thinking that this is wild, and I think that this is also a great way to tie into your charity tonight, which is the Portland Homeless Family Solutions, and the Maple Leaf Diner. You want to direct your appetite to the Maple Leaf Diner and the charity money towards PHFS.
Yeah. Yeah, Portland Homeless Family Solutions is a great local program that kind of helps mitigate disaster with families who are right on the edge of maybe being kicked out of a place because they can't afford a rent payment or something, and so they're there for kind of emergency situations with the idea of kind of grabbing people, helping families before they get into that really desperate place. And I really like that model because I think we all make our worst decisions in moments of desperation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The Maple Leaf Diner, though, is on it's on like 72nd and Foster, I think.
Down the road.
And it's this killer diner. And they closed down in like December for repairs. And then the virus hit, and I have a lot of hope that they reopen. That they're gonna reopen when all this stuff quiets down.
What's your favorite dish at the Maple Leaf Diner?
I have not encountered a dish that I didn't enjoy. It's a great menu. Like half of it's like classic American diner food, and then it just kind of transitions into like classic Chinese American food.
Oh, that's wild.
All day long, you can
It's a pretty funky spot.
Yeah, it's great.
Get a burger and fried rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You got to keep those kinds of places alive.
I know. All right, here's a song called Poor Man.
Oh, I like this one.
It's about a young couple that are trying to figure out their situation.
He's an asphalt man, just like his daddy. 10-hour days, a rolling tar, buys a double wide. Down an old dirt road, outside the city. On the edge of a muddy creek in the county line. Oh, line. Oh, Maggie, keep an eye on the water line. The car won't start and the money never comes in on time. Oh, Maggie, keep an eye on the water line. I feel it moving. They got a baby on the way, but his wife still feels empty. Says it's hard to feel pretty when they're always counting dimes. He sits up nights in the kitchen in the dark when it's raining, and he can't sleep for the sound pounding in his mind. Oh, Maggie, keep an eye on the water line. The car won't start and the money never comes in on time. Oh, Maggie, keep an eye on the water line. I feel it moving. I'm not a bad man, I'm a poor man. I'm not a bad man, I'm a poor man. I'm not a bad man, I'm a poor man. And I'm sinking. I'm not a bad man, no, I'm a poor man. I'm not a bad man, I'm a poor man. I'm not a bad man, I'm a poor man. And I'm sinking.
Yeah.
Such a poignant song with the the current state of affairs.
Hey, we want to do a quick donation shout out to Senor Spencer Brown and Max Robertson. Spencer doubling up on the donations. We appreciate that. Thank you so much as well for donating. We are funded by you and these artists and us and everybody involved in this, the charities. They won't get paid unless you are involved. So thank you so much for being a part of this with us. We're on our last week of May, but this is going to be a really fantastic future for this show. I'm personally really excited. So right now we are really close to surviving. Every night we have to raise at least $1,000. We're really close to that. So keep those donations coming. Donations can continue until noon o'clock tomorrow, but we got 10 minutes left in this show. So we got to get a couple more songs from Jeffrey. Yeah, donate away. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a song I didn't mean to be, I didn't mean for it to be a downer. It's always been felt like a really hopeful song to me. It's called One Go Around. It's about how I think we only get one go around, at least in this version of life. And to me, that's something that kind of makes me want to go out and make shit happen.
Yeah.
Climb on the roof in the evening and stare out at the city and hear the sound of the planes and dream about leaving. And ask God all the hardest questions, like why make evil to begin with? If anyone would know, it should be him. It should be him. And I don't know it, Lord, but I think we only get one go round. And I don't know it, Lord, but I think we only get one go round. One go round here. And go out on the weekend, ask all the pretty girls to dance, and feel your heart beating in your chest. And cut down a tree to build a cabin, dig through the rocks to find a diamond, and work your hands until they're bleeding, then go and rest. I don't know it, Lord, but I think we only get one go round. I don't know it, Lord, but I think we only get one go round. One go round here. One go round here. Wouldn't go round here. Wouldn't go round here.
Ow! What's funny is your songs, like your songs are special. Your expressions on your face get really into it. But I noticed that your expressions aren't limited to your face. Your toes wiggle too.
I know it. I know.
That's why he's got to liberate them from the shoes.
I know. If we were wearing those shoes, we wouldn't be able to see all your sweet moves, man.
One time, somebody, I don't think I know who they are, but someone emailed me a video from a show I played when I was barefoot. And it was like 10 minutes of just my feet.
I think they liked you. I think
Yeah,
they're into some fun stuff.
I know, it freaks me out that they have that now. They have this foot
They should have had to
Just-
pay for that.
Just your feet. That's
Yeah.
How much can we get donations for videos of Jeffrey Martin's feet?
For $150, Jeffrey Martin will start an OnlyFans.
He'll take off one of his socks.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey, shout out. They like the feet, apparently.
Shout out. Wow, we got
Dana
a lot
Price,
of donations
I
from
see
that.
you, brother. Alexis Mailer, Emily, Jacob.
Ooh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Emily Gastelum?
Emily, I'm going to assume yes.
Okay.
And Tanner Cundy, again.
Thank you again. And Jeff Young, thank you again. I've seen your support very much throughout the life and the breath of this show. What an honor it is to be able to share this with everybody and to have people like you here. I hope you're having this as much fun.
Yeah, this is a big treat. Thank you so much, really. It feels so good to just, like I was packing up my guitar today, putting it in the case. I haven't done that in like months.
Right.
It's a good feeling, ain't it?
Yeah, I wish I lived farther away from Hallowed. I live like 4 blocks away from here.
You like drive for 45 minutes.
Did you walk?
No, I guess I live more than 4, but it was like a 2-minute drive. How much time we got on this?
We got about 5 minutes left. One more song.
Okay, cool.
Maybe,
I mean, maybe 2
maybe
if you
5.
like us.
Here's a song called Billy Burroughs.
Who's that guy?
Billy. It's about William S. Burroughs, the writer.
He also sounds like a Civil War general.
He was in like kind of the Beat Generation writers, Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg and those guys. I love all of their writing. I like Kerouac a lot. But when I was in college, a professor of mine asked me to look into Burroughs, look into his life, see what kind of a man he was, and not so much look at his writing. And, it turned out he was not the best person. And it kind of bummed me out, and I don't know what to do with when you run into that. When you like find art that you love, and you find out that the person that made it was maybe not so great to the people around them.
Ryan Adams.
Someone told me one time that you're not supposed to meet your heroes.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. So this is a song inspired by when Burroughs was a young man. He was partying in Mexico City with his new wife. And at this party, they attempted this kind of William Tell act where she put a whiskey glass on her head and he'd shoot it off with his pistol. And he missed and he killed his wife that night at the party.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah. And then he went on the run. He went to Morocco and elsewhere. And then years after that, he published and became famous. And I never really suffered at least legal consequences for that.
I remember where I was when I first read William Burroughs shot his lover dead. Put a highball glass on top of her head and missed. And I wonder if he knew it right then, or if it took a while to sink in, that he would never come back again, not from this. And baby, sit still and close your eyes. It's only the price of a good time. And baby, sit still and close your eyes. It's only the price of a good time. Well, I heard he hopped a boat to the east, looking for that opium release, and hiding from that final scene with his next fix. And all Jack's horses and Ginsberg's men couldn't put him back together again. He was broken by the weight of his sin and his pen. And baby, sit still and close your eyes. It's only the price of a good time. And baby, sit still and close your eyes. It's only the price of a good time. Of a good time. Of a good time. Of a good time.
Oh man.
Thanks, you guys.
That's the price of a good time, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I probably won't do that with any of my
That's
beloveds.
good. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Man, I don't know if I would continue dating a person that told me to put a shot glass on top of my head. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, shot glass on top of my head and then shoot
Yeah, that's
at
a
it.
pretty. That's like a big red flag.
Like, I trust you. Yeah, you got it. It's like, no, that's a bad idea.
Ooh, we got Jeff Gratian on some donations. And we got Chad and Juliana Grimm with that hundo.
$100.
Thanks, Chad and
They
Judy.
get the foot video.
You guys, we're like $20 away from reaching our goal.
Oh man.
You got a $20 song?
I got a $20 song.
You got that?
This is a song that that Taylor mostly wrote, and then we polished it off on tour together.
It's our last song, you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Wish we
on
could
the
pipe
MayDay
him in
Love
from the
Stream.
back room.
I know
It's
it.
about bowling. Bowling's for people who like bowling. Assholing's for people who don't bowl. So you had a nasty split, brother, rock 'em up again. And pick her up and set that ball rolling. And rolling, we're just rolling. When we're bowling, I feel fine. And up in heaven, if we ain't bowling, I ain't going when I die. And crying's for people who like crying. The man, you know you've cried enough for days. Get your mind out the gutter, don't go crying to your mother
What's so good about a perfect game? And rolling, we're just rolling. When we're bowling, I feel fine. And up in heaven, if we ain't bowling, I ain't going when I die. Spare me your country club and hideouts, 'cause hiding out's for people I ain't seen. All I need is a picture if you've got another with you. Lace up your shoes and pick yourself a name. And rolling, we're just rolling. When we're bowling, I feel fine. And up in heaven, if we ain't bowling, I ain't going when I die. And rolling, we're just rolling. When we're bowling, I feel great. And up in heaven, if we ain't bowling, I ain't going. For heaven's sake, for heaven's sake. Bowling.
Oh! Hey man, I wouldn't go to heaven if it wasn't bowling, but if there's golf, I'm staying right here. I swear to God.
If I'm going to heaven, you're going to sing me all the way to the top.
That's right.
I don't want it to end. Can we stay?
Unfortunately, we've reached the end of our time, but we do have some donation shout-outs. We reached our goal tonight.
Yes, the bowling song did it.
The bowling song did it. Special shout-out to Zippy Lomax, Patriarch McConville, the Acoustic Minds who are here on Friday night. They are total babes. Genetically pitch-perfect harmonies. They're amazing. Liberty Stark Rinder, Anne French, and, of course, Mr. Justin Phelps, the owner of the Hallowed Halls. Our whole community's come together tonight. We made our goal. We're surviving tonight.
That's great.
And we thank you all so much for being here. You look like you want to play another song.
No, let's rap it.
Let's rap it.
All right, let's wrap it.
You want to do a rap?
No. All right, Jeffrey Martin rapping live. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. It's our pleasure to bring this love stream to you from our place right here to your home. So thank you so much for being here, right here in the Hallowed Halls. Special shout out to all of our sponsors, Air Hush.
What was that? Couldn't hear you.
Air Hush. Air Hush. Gearheads for our lights. We also got Lime Live TV for getting us started right here. We got Trail Brew. We've got Divine Lotus masks. And we have all of you to thank for this. So thank you 1 million times for being out here. Tomorrow night, we got really fantastic musicians. Jenny, you want to tell them who that is?
I don't remember, actually.
It's Anna Tibble and Amber Russell, two fantastic artists. We just had Jeffrey Martin, and then we have the counterpart of Jeffrey Martin, Anna Tibble. She's coming out here, going to kick some booty with her songs, and Amber Russell on that guitar. It's going to be a really fantastic night. I'm personally really excited for it. I've got some stories for you. And so we're going to go ahead and head on out. So,
and thank you, Taylor Kingman, and thank you, Jeffrey
Taylor
Martin.
Kingman.
Holy
and
cow.
thank you, Eve, back in the booth back there. With goodbye, Eve. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Show some love to the people around you. Stay safe, stay home, listen to scientists, do good things, make good choices. And if you are feeling it, give us a call at 8334-MayDay.
Holler at 833 for Mayday. Holler at 833 for me. Holler at 833 for Mayday. You
We know now that as human beings busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water.